Every person has got a kind of different personality and different outlook. At different types I have to play the different roles, and I have to see that I prove to be the best what I can give to the society. As a person, I feel that whatever you have fixed target for your own self, and whatever the circumstances where you are placed, you act accordingly. And one has to see that whatever is expected from him by the society or to the organization where he or she is working, whatever the role you are playing, you should excel in that. I cannot call myself to be perfect. Perfect is only God. But I have always tried to reach near the excellence, so that whatever the best I have, the God has given me, I can put up, I can expose before the others. My mother, she was an educationist. She is a retired principal, and my father was a doctor. Schooling and other things which were looked after very well by my parents. I worked hard and tried to give the best whatever in the circumstances I was placed, and my achievements, whatever I have achieved in my academic or in professional career, I think that has helped me to reach at this stage. I was brought up only in Delhi only, and brought up in a very a mediocre and middle class family we are, and therefore in the schools and in the college, I had been in the universities, colleges, and law faculty. I did my law, and this is how I very ordinary way as the students go and study, and we had been doing all this and past that stages. So whatever the opportunities that come in your life, how you pick up those opportunities and then how you excel in those opportunities, that matters. Mothers Global School is different from the other schools on many such factors, and which we do not look at the other schools for the getting anything what they are doing, but what we are doing, and we develop in its own way. We as if believe that overall personality of a child can only be developed by giving him the opportunity to showcase his talents before his other parents and the persons, those who look at him. So in our school we have a talents program, not for the whole school but for the each class. We have the annual programs, we have the other programs also, cultural programs, but every year now in the 2016 we have a talents program for every class. If there are 40 children in each class, so 160, there is a 4-section school, so 160 children, they will 100% participate in that program. Every child is given the opportunity to showcase his talent, his personality, because every child has been gifted with one or other talent. I believe that God has gifted every child with kind of his personality, and you need a craftsman who can develop his personality, and that craftsman is the school teachers, and they look into that what kind of the child. He is in music, he is in dance, he is in dramas, or he is in some other things. So in whatever the subject he has the interest or aptitude, that should be, he or she should give the opportunity so that he could develop that, and that's what we are doing here. Apart from the academics, in the other extracurricular activities, wherever a child has its interest, and he or she should be given the opportunity to come up, and he or she should be able to show his talents. Yes, we have a responsibility. Now the information technology has so much developed. A child himself can go on the Google and get information about any subject, any topic at any time. And therefore, I believe that it is not the smart classrooms which we have provided in the schools. They will be able to give that kind of the education, or the information technology has so much developed that they will give the information. But I believe it is the man behind the machine that matters, not the machine. And therefore, a teacher has to be there in the classroom, even providing with all these facilities, which are the modern facilities which we are giving to them. But a teacher, he or she can develop that confidence among the children. Yes, this is your any problem, and you have any doubt, and you have any query, and yes, I am there to solve. The machine will not tell you that your problem you will not sort out, but it is the teacher who has to tell. So they have to act in that way. Yes, we are here to help. They are not the facilitator. They have to give them the right guidance, and that approach should be there of a teacher. It is the 14 years a child who joins at a nursery and up to the class 12th, he spends 14 years in a school, and this is a long period. In a college or in the other higher education, he has 2 years, 3 years in a college, he leaves that and then he goes. But he remembers, the memories goes back to that 14 years, and he loves to recall those memories, and he remembers all that. And therefore, we must give an atmosphere and environment which really keeps him always afresh, and he feels to recall those situations which helps him throughout his life, and how he will develop his personality, not only in the academics, but this 14 years spent in the school will help him to be a good citizen, to be a good statesman, to be a good even politician, or whatever the profession he adopts, he creates. This will help him throughout the life. So we need to develop that overall personality of a student should be developed in such a way that he doesn't feel that yes, this school, I am a product of this school and this school has made me, and he will salute that school even after leaving the school also. My inspiration in my life was first my mother. My mother had been a role model for me, as a matter of fact, and she had been a very encouraging lady, a very bold lady, and who has seen all the ups and downs in the life, and she has given the best kind of the education and created such environment in the family that still we feel, and she deserved the respect, and she was a different kind of a lady from the others. She has helped not many students or the children. They have been, even after she left the field of education, in the sense that she left those education institutions, and still I remember they used to come to our house and they used to recall the days when she was teaching them, when she has been able to help them to mold their career, to mold their life, and whatever the kind, because the students, they had the faith in her. And I have looked forward to my mother for at any time whenever I was in difficulty, and she has given me the best advice and the best kind of her own personal views, and she never asked me that you should follow what I am saying, but still you should follow your whatever you feel yourself that this is the right path, this is the right course. And she has given me the best training in my life, and I am proud of my mother for that. My mother, she always told me that you should be always God fearing and do the things which are right, which doesn't create any slur in your name after your family, or you should follow a path which always brings health, happiness, prosperity to you, and your family always feel honored for whatever you do in the life. And that is what is required, that if anybody raises a finger on you, that will be a bad day for you, and you should do only what honestly and sincerely you can do in the life to have that whatever you have thought in your life to, and don't adopt anything which brings a bad name to your family. My mother, when she retired from the education from the school, then she just asked me, beta, I have on my part I have done my so well, but still I am not tired. And she asked me कि मैं अभी भी आगे कुछ चाहूँगी कि if some such educational institutions I can serve, I will be able to do something to the society. This is what she wanted. So I started the school from my home, and with the 6 children in the school I started, and my wife, she was also now an educationist, and she also helped, and we have been able to develop and grow a school, then from a nursery to primary to senior secondary, then the other 2 schools we opened like this. So this is how we develop ourselves. Whatever the opportunities that came in our way, we made the best use of them, and whatever we can give best to the society, that we give. Again, I would tell you, because this is the opportunities that come in your life, you avail those opportunities accordingly. It is not that sometimes you do not, what you think you do not get it, isn't it? And sometimes you get something which you never expected also in the life. So this is जिसे आप भाग्य विधाता कहते हैं, या जिसे आप लाइफ में कहते हैं कि you do not get the thing what you want, and sometimes you get the thing more or less than that, what that. So this is the way of life. Challenges do come in your life, you know. It is every day is a challenge for you. It is not the challenges or not something which you ask for and you get, but no. Whatever in whatever way challenges are come before you, how you face them, that matters, isn't it? The life is such like that you are placed in the different circumstances. Sometimes you have to accept the challenges that comes in your way, what I feel, but but you don't feel disheartened or discouraged by any challenge that comes to you. If God has been so kind, and God has given you so many options, you have to choose those options, which option is good for me at this stage, and you choose that option and prove yourself best in them, so that you could achieve whatever you want to, and you could defeat those challenges and you can achieve your target. This is what is required from you. If a man is satisfied, then he can never grow. Only an unsatisfied person can grow and develop, and can further create such circumstances that whatever he or she has in one's mind, he can achieve that. Because if you are satisfied, yes, I am satisfied, then you will never make efforts to grow further, to achieve that goal what is in your mind. But because you are unsatisfied, yeah, that's why you make efforts and you are trying your best. Yes, I should get this and that, get that also. So this is a way of life, I think. My thinking is this. My success mantra, as I have said earlier, is that you should work hard, honestly, sincerely, and that confidence is only comes to your mind when you are doing something which is really needed, which is nearly required, and which is the call of the society, and you are attending to it, and that sincerity and honesty in your work, that brings the confidence, and that confidence brings to achieve your that success or your targets. I have my daily programs with me. I know that I have believed in diarizing my program every day, and before I leave my table, I diarize what I have to do my next day, and what I have been able to do my today, and what I couldn't do yesterday, I will definitely diarize it for the next day, and I will try to follow up a daily chart like this. Yes, today I have to do this, and I will, if I have not been able to do that, then I will do it tomorrow if the circumstances do not permit me for today. So this is the way of life, to how you can improve yourself daily in your job, in your work and all that. My work is passion for me. Yes, I have to do it and I will do it, and I can achieve it. This is my success mantra. Yes, this is my goal and I will achieve it, and there is nobody who can stop me to achieve my goal. So this I always believe, and that confidence makes me to go further in the life. That confidence one should always have that. I believe in spirituality, and I do my prayers in the morning for more than an hour or so, right? I get up in the 4:30 in the morning, and I go. I have a small temple in the house itself, and so I sit and I have various books, and before I start my Sandhya Pratna and all that, and I do daily read my books, and I spend an hour or so in the morning, and then I start my work for that. There had been so many incidents in the life that affects you, in the sense that when I met Mother Teresa, and I had many meetings with Mother Teresa, but she was a lady who, when you touch her hand, or when she shakes her hand with you, it transforms your energy, as if some God has given you some blessing, as if it is just like that. So you seek some guidance, advice from such a big person, and I found that in my meetings with her, I have always found that she is giving you blessings, and she is asking you to do something which is much more important in the life, and people, while you leave the world, people should remember you and always appreciate you. This is what I expect, that I should do something that which she was doing in her life also.